All right, GM everyone, welcome to the Squid Game Season 3. All right, just kidding. Welcome to the very first town hall of MonkeDAO in 2025. Once again, hope you guys had a very restful holidays. And yes, shout out to our resident DJ. It's actually his birthday. And this is why he's given holiday or a little break today and he's not with us live, but his spirit and his good vibes will always be with us. So happy birthday, TD77, wherever you are. And I assume you will definitely be listening to this on record. We wish you the best of birthdays and hope you are having a great time, most importantly. Don't worry, not falling for the, can't hear Jammy trick, given that this is the very first town hall of the year. Not falling for the trick just yet. Well, hope you guys have fun. This week, there is no reason why we shouldn't be featuring the Squid Games music. This is kind of like what everybody has been hooked up on. I swear, like it's just been living rent-free in my mind till now. And it seems like everybody is enjoying. Only Kinda is the kind monkey is in the room. So he deserves a shout out. Everybody else seems to be lying. So Kinda, if you can hear it, you are the best monkey in the room. Yes, we probably ban Canadian monkeys. All right. So hope you guys are excited. We are definitely super excited. The five of us finally got together with Hall, who sneaked into the room this week for our kickoff meeting. And we can't share how excited we are. Well, hopefully we can let some of our actions do the talking. But before we kickstart the town hall this week, I just wanted to quickly do a quick shout out, more so like sending some of our well wishes to any monkeys who are based in LA, or if you have loved ones based in LA. We know that the situation there is getting a little bit crazy or a little bit out of hands over the last days or so. We hope everything is still manageable and you and your loved ones are safe. Really sorry to see how everything is turning out. But in the event we could be of any help, do let us know. I'm sure the LA monkeys are coming together to try to provide, any form of emotional support or any form of other support that can be helpful to each other. So stay safe, sending our well wishes and prayers to all of you. Big love. Yes, Ricky just basically sent a message. If anyone needs a place to stay in LA, hit him up. This is what the monkey spirit is all about. And Ricky is basically the monkey who embodies everything that we stand for. Shout out to Ricky. All right. So yeah, we love you. So please reach out to us if any of us can be helpful. Stay safe, most importantly. All right, without any delay, let's jump right into Town Hall this week. This is the 152 edition of newsletter, and I hope you guys caught the special edition of 150th newsletter, which we sent out a ton of information there. But without further delay, let's dive right in. Wow. So I guess Simon kind of, alongside the newsletter team, pretty much front run the entire news. If you caught the newsletter that went out a couple of hours ago, you should have seen that inscription is now successfully completed for all Gen 2 monkeys. And this therefore deserves a headliner. So this week's feature is none other than inscription. Now, in just a little bit, you will find out what is another keyword that we will be featuring that also similarly starts with I. I front run in 2025. That's what I do now. This is great news. Very bullish on that. All right. 24 days of Monkey Raffle winner. Shout out to everyone who participated. Most importantly, regardless if you won anything or two, you are still a winner as long as you did participate in the raffle. You did try to redeem, a coin or two and interacted with the machine. Hope you guys have fun. Again, this whole campaign isn't about making any money, and for the sake of public service, or as we call these town halls to be on record, we actually did not make a single cent out of this raffle. In fact, we did fork out some funds to make sure that everything can be set up and can proceed smoothly. But we want to assure you, we did not make any, well, profit from this entire campaign. The whole goal of this campaign is to spread the good vibes and make sure everybody has a lot of fun and get together during this festive season. All right. So there are, of course, a couple of grand prizes every other week across the 4 weeks, especially. Week 1, we had that Cartier. Week 2, we had that Mad Lads. There was another Rolex that went out. There was a Gen 2, which in my opinion is better than a Rolex because the Gen 2 value, well, it's I think I need to refrain from saying this because this is on record and I don't want to be caught for financial advice. But honestly, it's one of the best assets that ever exists in the entire world. Now, the second best asset, or the second best price anyone could ever ask for throughout this campaign is none other than a Tesla. So there is a monkey. Please tag him, Limited State. Shout out to him for being such an amazing monkey. Not only did he got so lucky and got so blessed to have won the grand prize of the Tesla, he has also been an amazing monkey to work with. He was so excited about his prize, immediately went to redeem it the moment he actually got his funds received. And this was also followed by a couple of pictures that he shared with us. Yes, Simon, just had it sent out as well, Cersei as well. You can see clearly the entire execs have been very excited just, seeing how this all come together and most importantly, watching the grand prizes won by our fellow monkeys. And this really shows that, this campaign is all about, spreading love and good vibes and most importantly, picking out real users and ensuring that real users can be rewarded just simply by being a member and participating in the entire campaign. All right. And yes, Tesla already got a spot in LA. Don't worry. Our monkey is based in Florida or close to Florida, at least from what I'm aware. And his Tesla, is with him. He's very happy. He's testing out the FSD features and whatnot. All right. Monkey IRL events, I'm not sure about you guys, but I know this year is definitely hitting up really, really well. And there's going to be a whole series and somehow low-key competitive kind of a series of events that will be happening. Kickstarting this year is the Ethan's DAO, which I know Super Simon is going to be there as well. So if you guys are going to be there, Simon will be in Athens for the Athens DAO. He will also be in Istanbul. He'll be having a lot of fun traveling and living across different time zones, especially over the last few weeks of January and going into the new month of February. MonkeDAO, of course, is happening. There's also Solana Developer Bootcamp happening in New York, later part of January as well. I know Super Simon World Tour is going to be also accompanied by Moon Settler, who will be at the MonkeDAO. There's also Solana Apex, which is happening in Mexico City, February 7, NFT Paris. And there's a chance that NFT Paris, we will be there, at least for Stro and myself, because we are going to be on the way to do a recce for one of the biggest event of the year, which is, Breakpoint 2025. So stay tuned. We are also in the process of putting some events together for NFT Paris. And there's also ETH Denver happening in February, going into March. There's also Consensus Hong Kong. And wow, there is just not enough pages for the RL events for this week's newsletter because we know we are already having a lot of additional events that are already lined up. Like examples, Solana Apex Summit, and we'll mention some of the events towards the middle part of the year as well. And yes, Stro, unfortunately or fortunately, somebody please let me know if this is a fortunate or unfortunate thing. But I will unfortunately or fortunately be spending Valentine's Day together with Stro physically, just the both of us. Hopefully, I'll have a quick dinner and that's it. That's all I have to deal with him. All right, jokes aside, I'm actually really looking forward to it. Stro, of course, is a lot of fun. Anyone who has hung out with him can vouch for that. All right, Monkeys on Twitter is our favorite section of every newsletter. If you guys haven't seen it, feel free to go check it out. There's a lot of new monkey content, and most importantly, it's about monkey content that is wholesome. Sometimes it's also about what monkeys are doing with their life. I know Screen.so went surfing. This is an iconic post. We love to see it. Don't keep posting about serious things. Come on, seriously. Let's post some of the fun things as well, and we would love to feature some of your recreational activities. What are you doing with your family this weekend or whatnot? Just send it to Twitter, tag us, and we can have them featured. And our Vietnamese monkeys who came together to celebrate a fellow monkey's birthday. This is so amazing to see. And Papi Chulo, who is always tirelessly shilling the monkey ventures. Shout out to him, and Santi as well, rapping the Gentry monkey spirit really strongly. Well, of course, Cersei, if she's not the monkey shoe, then who will be? The value of friends and a Web3 home is priceless. So will be the main character in 2025. Monkeys are a no-brainer. Preach it, Cersei, preach it. And of course, feel free to go check it out. One of the favorite part to see is always checking out all the monkey merch that continues to come through. And if you are wondering what exactly does DAO offer, there's the Monday Monkey Spotlight. And also shout out to the Build with MonkeDAO team, comprising of Maurice and Benny. Primarily, Benny and Maurice also recently administered a new grantee, part of the Build with MonkeDAO program, the X Combinator team. This, of course, got a lot of attention as well, of course, alongside the many amazing grantees that they have worked with, like Chom and whatnot. So shout out to them for continuing to, front this amazing initiative. And in this year, we hope to continue doing more of such efforts. And if you're wondering how you can be a part of it, the program is still ongoing. There is a review that's stated for it. But as of now, you can continue to apply for the Build with MonkeDAO grant. Feel free to reach out to the team and stop sending nude photos in the chat. This is serious monkey business every Friday. Monkey music. This is one of the most fun initiatives that we have. Nothing too serious. It's all about the good vibes. Kawabunga Jones. I'm getting better and better in terms of trying to pronounce that name correctly. Apparently, it's a character coming out or rather an inspiration from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Completely irrelevant, but I just thought it would be helpful for all of you to know it as well. Alpha Minters, Monkey Ventures, these are two of the amazing, utility, not utility, but, just the side benefit of being part of MonkeDAO. And with that, this is the 152 edition of the newsletter that we have prepared for you. Shout out for the team who continues to come together to make it happen. And we are super excited and most importantly, very grateful for it. All right. So let's move on with the rest of the agenda item, hopefully. And we know that there's a chance where we have a couple of new monkeys as well. And I'm seeing a very funny PFP. If you guys can go to the audience section and scroll through the PFPs that you are seeing, there's this guy or this monkey that is called the user ID of Twitchy, TWITCHY. It seems like Twitchy hasn't moved on at all. Twitchy is still using a Duco PFP. So tag him and let him know that Christmas is well over. Unless he has already become a Duco will and we have all become his exit liquidity. All right, so jokes aside, moving on, grand prize Tesla winner, shout out once again to Limitless Tales. Very excited for you to be able to get hold of a new toy. Going to this new year, hopefully this will be your toy for many years to come and you have many amazing and fun adventures with this new toy, most importantly with your loved ones. All right. Next up, we thought it would be helpful as well to share with you guys some of the Vision 2035 run through. I think, this was a new format that we tried out in terms of trying to share with everybody what we've got planned for this year. Of course, ideally, we want to share it on the very first day of MonkeDAO 2025. But given that, of course, this is the very first town hall, I can't imagine any better day than today to be sharing this. All right, so I'm going to drop this. I want to assure you, this is 100% not a shameless shoe, but we just wanted to make sure that this can be highlighted here as well. Of course, in one of the only image that we use to feature is the amazing team, the amazing folks who came together to make 2024 amazing. 2024 was nothing short of easy. There were a lot of things that we had to get comfortable with, especially many uncomfortable moments. of how things were operating, of how we work together as a team. But I think I couldn't be even more grateful for, how we've managed to just put everything together, not just for the execs, most importantly, execs, of course, because they are the one who goes through, if I can just go through an uncensored manner, go through the most amount of shit throughout the year, lots of ups and even more downs. But also, most importantly, a shout out to the entire MonkeDAO family, especially the contributor network and whatnot. Without the MonkeDAO contributor network, the entire what we call the MonkeDAO village, 2024 would not be anywhere close to what we had. And no, this is not anything related to a WAM monkey token. So Stroll, keep that comment to yourself, or we're gonna kick you off the stage. All right, just kidding. But we are very, very grateful. I think one of the key things that we've done really aggressively and trying to do a little bit more differently is that, hey, let's aggressively move away from the speculative element, because at the end of the day, what we are underlying, all these JPEGs is that we are still, a bunch of amazing, talented, human beings, or should we say monkeys that came together because of the shared collective and shared interests and whatnot. So doubling down on the Premier Web3 Country Club as our tagline just makes a whole lot of sense. And of course, with this sort of like doubling down of the vision, it allowed us to, kind of unify everybody and move forward, just, in terms of focusing on people, then the value of relationships as opposed to, some of the often seen speculative element. All right. And so, of course, once again, we want to shout out to the entire MonkeDAO village. Simon is now in the process of putting it together, what we call a very fun initiative of the MonkeDAO yearbook. Sometimes there could be instances where we may have missed out individuals, but we have tried as much as possible to ensure that everyone is captured in the entire MonkeDAO 2024 village. All right. If you do not see yourself there, or that you may not have been part of the MonkeDAO 2024 village, do you still have a chance to be part of the MonkeDAO 2025 village? Right. If you are listening to this and on record, just because this is uploaded on YouTube and you are not part of MonkeDAO yet, you want to be part of the MonkeDAO 2025 village, it is simple. Just pick up a monkey, join our Discord, and discover for you the world of opportunities that waits for you. All right. Now, in 2024, what are we going to do? All right. 2025. Oh my God, am I still living in 2024? Clearly, I am still being part of the Squid Games, sort of team and whatnot. Now, 2025 is going to be a fun year. I think we have already lined up a fair bit of conversations, especially the kickoff and whatnot. There's just not enough, time for us to spread ourselves across the different events that are happening around the world. So it's a very exciting year ahead. But most importantly, just want to highlight a couple of key initiatives. I think in-person events will continue to be a core focus of ours. Of course, we know that the digital community, there is a bunch of membership who prefers, staying on the Discord environment, Telegram, etc. And that's completely fine. We'll continue to grow initiatives that, engages members across both physical and digital avenues. And which is why, the banana stand or initiatives equivalent will continue to have a core focus. And in-person events is where we want to make sure that we can activate events in a strategic fashion to make sure that we can spread the MonkeDAO branding in a more targeted manner across different regions. And just for context, Simon and Moon Settler, of course, is in the North America side of the world. Stroll is an outlier. He's kind of lonely in the exact team because he's part of the European part of the world. But of course, he's only lonely within the five of us. But he's very well supported by the amazing local chapters all across Europe. And of course, Cersei and myself, we are based in Asia. We will help to divide and conquer across the five of us to strategically activate the different IRL events all around the world. There's also the Monkey Builders Initiative, as we mentioned as well. The Build with MonkeDAO initiative is an amazing initiative that has continued to reach and impact many teams from their early stages. Now, if we can give one quick hint around what this is about, Simon, Cersei, Stroll, Moon. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to mention this, but given that this is not written, I guess so. One hint to this is that we have acquired, or rather built up a vault of 200 Gen 3 monkeys or so at least. This will be a strategic part of our Monkey Builders initiative upcoming. All right. So stay tuned for that. Essentially, what we want to do with this is we want to continue allocating resources and potentially explore year marking of funds to help us, reach the right profile of audience over the longer term. And this may include involving an incubator setup, and more so an extension of the existing grant program to allow us to help to reach the right teams across hackathons and whatnot all around the year, all around the world across the calendar year. All right. Of course, the local ambassadors, needless to say, if you have been around for the Christmas and following our handle closely, you should have seen the decentralized Christmas party that we were organizing. This was a huge success. We activated, easily close to 20 different chapters with, some chapters as many as, like 30, 40 members participating in the decentralized Christmas party. I think confidently, it's safe to say that we brought together at least 300, somewhere in the range of 300 to 400 members at least, all across, the 2 weeks, across 20 different chapters all around the world. So this will continue to be a core focus of ours, because as much as we have, flagship events like NFT NYC, we have like Breakpoint and whatnot, to be able to actively have a platform where we can allow membership to touch base with one another on a localized level is extremely invaluable. All right. That's kind of like one of the area that we want to continue pushing for. Of course, election is upcoming. Just a shout out to that. I think we'll continue talking a little bit about this later on, but just take note of that. And that's pretty much the key aspect of the core focuses of 2025. Now, one thing that I do want to mention without having any form of speculation attached is the completion of an offshore entity. As we know as well, completion of an offshore entity could allow us to explore many other strategic initiatives that could, involve certain things. Don't really want to mention anything more because this is an extremely speculative element, but we do want to complete the offshore entity in 2025. All right, with that, not going to go in that anymore from here, and we're going to quickly move on and talk a little bit about this thing that Cersei has brought up alongside our monkey Utopia, who is in the chat or in the town hall today as well. All right, so let's go to the next slide. SMD has ordinals. This image is orange, is that right? All right, this was brought up by Utopia this week. This is more so just a reminder to everybody that MonkeDAO actually does have a collection in the ordinal side of things. And this year, we have decided to continue to focus more efforts around highlighting the ordinals monkey. And Simon has already very quickly, shifted the ordinals group chat. If you hold an ordinals, you're going to see that the ordinals group chat has been shifted entirely across the Discord. Now, progressively, we want to do a little bit more to help amplify the ordinals collective, to ensure that ordinals holders can be equally and well represented adequately within MonkeDAO collective as well. All right. And so if you are a ordinals holder, shout out to you. Please contact Utopia. And Utopia just sent this message and I read on his behalf. I'm going to try and work on highlighting ordinals. Love from the Utopia monkey. All right. So if you are a ordinals holder or an ordinals holder, please reach out to Utopia. He's probably going to work together with you to try to ensure that ordinals can be highlighted more, including discovering strategic initiatives that can be centered around ordinals or that makes a lot of strategic sense for ordinal monkeys. All right. So with that, next one is something that is really fun. Let's go to that. Lunar New Year shout out for local chapters events. I'm not sure you guys, how many of us actually celebrate this, but there's one pretty huge event that is going to be upcoming in the next couple of weeks, really, really soon. and Briggs, the Taiwanese monkey ambassador, alongside Alan, and I believe is Dr. Monkey as well. They are going to be celebrating Lunar New Year a little bit differently. Yes, the Hama, by bringing our amazing monkeys together with the rate packets to be issued to fellow monkeys. So if you are part of the Taiwan chapters, I hope you guys are excited. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to join it. But of course, this offer is not, well, not exactly an offer, but this shout out or this call out is not applicable only to Taiwanese monkeys, but basically monkeys all around the world. Because, hey, you know what? The world today is a lot more diverse than you think. And the special occasions that we actually celebrate are so much more intertwined than what it used to be, many, many years ago. And so Lunar New Year's is happening towards the later part of January. If you are part of local chapters, feel free to get your fellow monkeys together to celebrate Lunar New Year. Take note that we have a monkey meetup grant that you can easily leverage on to bring monkeys together. And of course, if you do want to create what we call a monkey customized rate packet or a rate envelope, you can request for a special grant from Stro and myself, and then we will be more than happy to help you organize something. And of course, how can we not be biased if Cersei and myself are based in Singapore? The alpha is that if you are based in Singapore as well, we have customized a rate packet for you that literally just got finalized 30 minutes ago, and Cersei and I just reviewed the design as well. So hope you guys are excited for that. And remember to bring your local chapters monkey together and host your Lunar New Year party together. Have dim sum, spread some good vibes. And for your information, this red envelope is not meant to be given empty. It's meant for you to put in your 24-word seed phrase, and I'll give you my address, and you will mail it to my address. And that's the spirit of Lunar New Year. All right? Okay, jokes aside, let's move on. Stro, should we briefly mention what is happening? NFT NYC. Only NFT NYC, please. Nothing else. NFT NYC is the non-fungible token conference happening in New York City. Oh, really? What is happening in NFT NYC this year? I also have no idea. But I heard it's happening in June. Is that right? Wow. June 25th to June 27th. Now, but aside from NFT NYC, I saw an internal notes that has something that starts with S. Oh, sorry, Stro. I think it's time for us to move on to the next agenda item. All right. So, all right, this is totally unplanned. Stro and I did not chat about this at all. I want to give you 100% assurance. This is why Cersei is not aware of it at all. All right. So next up, just very quick mention about elections that are upcoming really, really soon. And in the meantime, let me see if we have Dawn in the room. Let's see. Dawn is probably in the middle of something right now. But he's pretty important. He's very, very important. But before we transit to that, elections are upcoming. Now, as we mentioned as well in the previous proposal, there's going to be a slight structural change in terms of the way elections are getting conducted. Instead of forcing everybody to do elections for, 5, 10 different, 10 to, this was 10, yeah, at least 10 different positions. We're going to, we have already decided to make it less painful for everybody. So it's going to be a simplified elections, such that you only have to elect for the lead executive alongside, the board members. And it has also been streamlined to be all happening at the same time. So you don't have to be worried about, jumping on the sort of votes every now and then. All right. So elections are going to be coming really soon, and it's going to be happening around the early part of February. Not giving any exact dates, just to make sure that we have everything in place first, but it's going to be happening ideally in the first half of February. All right. And the roles that will be up for elections are going to be one, the lead executive elections role, the lead executive role for election, as well as the 5 board positions. All right. The 5 position of board members, which we have our amazing Don, Gregory, Hugo, Jacob, as well as Gregory and Jam, who's part of it today. And so if you are interested in being part of the election, just take note of that. And the rest of the positions will be appointed. All right. This has no impact to the MonkeDAO village in the sense of the contributor network. Most of the positions will continue to roll over. All right. So just a note out there for everyone to start taking note of. All right. Next, before we move there, I'm gonna try to send Dawn a message to see where are we at. Can you make it, Dawn? All right. So before we do that, just to remind everybody once again, the entire Gen 2 monkeys are, well, Dev, we haven't forgotten about you. That's just, not part of the election role. No worries. The Gen 3 Observer is an appointed role, part of the board alliance. So, don't worry, Dev. It's just that it's not entirely directly related just yet. We very well remember Dev. Always remember that. All right. So just a reminder, the entire Gen 2 collection has now been successfully inscribed. Shout out to 0x Don. If you guys are close to your desk, please help me tag Don, because he's apparently online on Telegram, but he's probably stuck in work at the moment, or start getting some work completed at the moment. But we should just tag him as much as possible to make sure that the pings go crazy. So when he comes back to Discord, it's going to be 99 pings or 99 notifications for him to catch up on. But shout out to Don. Why? Because while we were all celebrating New Year and getting together with our loved ones, Don is struggling to, or should I say, he doesn't exactly have to struggle because he's just so talented, but he's scrambling all around to make sure that all the monkeys are successfully inscribed. And so with that, we're excited to share that as of last week, all the Gen 2 monkeys are now inscribed. So what that means that we are no longer, reliant on just Arweave alone. The data points there is, our JPEGs are now stored on chain. All right. And with that, feel free to go check out your monkeys metadata now. If you go on to SoulScan and click onto your token ID, you will realize that your monkey token ID is now reflecting as not mutable. So what this means is that your Gen 2 monkeys are entirely immutable today. As part of the proposal that has been sent out, as it stands, however, the Gen 2 is put together, they are now successfully transited to an immutable collection. Yes, Bibis, this is a very interesting and very wholesome comment, very reflective of the situation. Thank God that the immutability topic is over. But most importantly, what this means is that this is a huge milestone for us because, MonkeDAO is now a place that is truly diverse. Of course, why we say that? If you choose to be a passive member, that is just here because primarily of the attractiveness of the collectability aspect of the Gen 2 monkeys, MonkeDAO is a home for you. If you are here because you want to truly participate in what a decentralized social organization is like and help shape the future of such, MonkeDAO is also a home for you. So MonkeDAO is a truly diverse place that will be immutable, yes, but also a home for everybody to belong. So hopefully, we have this now put behind us. And what this also means is that it's equally exciting. Shout out to our Gen 3 monkeys. Now we have one collection that is immutable, but we also have Gen 3 collection that continues to be an amazing segue for us to onboard the right profile of membership that we want from the early stages, and most importantly, serve as an amazing collection or an avenue for us to run, interesting experiments with. And so that means, literally the world is your oyster, even though the Gen 2 collection is now immutable. All right. I hope you guys are excited. And I know Cersei just pushed out that tweet. Please make sure that you have that tweet shoot as well. I'm going to make sure that I spend this throughout because, we need all your help to help us have this amplified. The SMB Gen 2 collection is now fully immutable. All right. So with that, just take note, some of the inscriptions are still in the process of getting transited to immutable. Most of them, you should be able to see the inscriptions also reflecting as immutable now. But, some of them may be in the process of doing so. But towards the end of today, you should see everything successfully transited. The Gen 2 monkeys, we're excited to share and formally announce that the Gen 2 monkeys are now immutable monkeys. All right, give yourself a pat on the back, especially for everyone who participated in the governance process leading to today. This is a very big day for all of us. No matter what side we picked, now it is immutable. So let us come together and celebrate this milestone as one MonkeDAO. All right, New Year, forever monkeys. And most importantly, Gen 3 continues to be an amazing avenue for us to run many interesting experiments. And we remain very open to feedback and ideas. And I believe there will be a couple of catalysts that are lined up, especially over the next weeks or so. And just nice, alongside this, we will bring out Moon Settler to share with us a quick overview of where we stand in terms of the barrel status so far. All right, GM Moon, feel free to take over the stage.
GM. So, with regards to the barrels, as you all know, we had from last year a previous proposal that went up, where I think it was by Nano that put it up, where a portion of barrels were locked away based on a DAO vote. So, history for those who are not aware. Back when the Gen 3 collection launched, it was supposed to be a 15K collection. After that, there was a community vote to burn 5,000 of those Gen 3s. Those were then burned. And then there was like another, I want to say 1,800 or something like that, or 2,000 something, barrels, which were vaulted in the MonkeDAO vault to either figure out how to leverage and use those. We had a 12-month window to figure out how to use those. One of the ways that we did use those was to drop them on the banana stand in the weekly drops that we had. Those did drop and have since been depleted. So that we have the final raffle of that, which will be running at the end of the town hall here today. 5 winners left to be drawn. In addition to that, there was, I believe, 1,800. I'm not sure of the exact number. It's like 1,800, something like that, which were remaining in the vault. Those were never, therefore, allocated or put up for a proposal that passed for what should be done with them. As a result, those remaining barrels will be burnt as well. I don't know, Jimmy, do you have the exact number of those? I think it's like 1,800.
1 second, I'm gonna pull it out right now. It's slightly over 1,000.
Oh, so slightly over 1,000. So that all being said, I believe the final Gen 3 collection size number will be about 8,800 something. We'll get those final numbers over for everyone and share them in an announcement. But just, update for everyone. Those will also now be burnt from the initial collection. So, once again, monkeys remain more scarce and are burnt. So if you do want a barrel, the supply is drastically reduced even further. So do scoop those up if you are interested and want to try your luck. I believe there are still 2 one-of-ones potentially somehow remaining in the collection there. So good luck to you if you try to crack those. I know Dejun Donkey is still spinning for those. But yeah, just update for everyone. Those will also now be confirmed burnt. And that brings us to a conclusion of what the final supply will be for the Gen 3 collection. All right, back over to you, Jimmy.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Moon. I just ran through the numbers and Scott's finally loaded, but the barrels that are stated to be burned will be 1027. Now, so 1027, and we basically will get us to somewhere around 8973. So eventually you can expect that the updated number of the barrels the entire supply will be at 8973. And not opposed to the idea. That number 8888 does look nice and pretty interesting. Well, I can only say that I'm not opposed to the idea, and given that I also have a special affiliation to the number 8. I think it's a pretty interesting idea, so I'm very, very open to it, or we are very, very open to it. So happy to see how that goes. But most importantly, what we're trying to highlight here is not about the idea of like burning monkeys or making it even more scarce deliberately, without any intention in mind, without any goal in mind, because that would be pretty mindless. But what we're trying to say here is that as part of the governance process, this is how it's been decided. And our role here is always to make sure that we respect the committee's decision, the desires, and ensure that everything can be executed accordingly. Of course, unless in the event of bad faith or whatnot, we step in to make sure that the necessary steps are taken. But with this itself, just take note, the Gen 3 collection will be even more scarce than what it is today. And with how the entire collective is growing, we are very confident that Gen 3 will continue to be an amazing asset by itself, because it serves an amazing entry into MonkeDAO over the longer term, most importantly. All right. So just take note of that and appreciate the help running through that once again, Moon Settler. All right. So before we transit to the final barrel, there is the, let's see, Moon Settler. Do we have one final raffle that is potentially happening this, or no?
Yes, there's one more raffle which will end off the town hall here today.
We were supposed to say no. We were supposed to say no more raffles so that we can split among the 5 of us.
Fair.
Okay, just kidding.
Right.
Don't worry.
That plan.
Getting stressful. He's getting like sweaty palms and like everything. Don't worry.
We'll do that for the next one, Jemmy.
Don't worry. Just kidding. Well, they called us they asked to burn the 809. 8888 to get the Gen 3 collection to 8888. So that means we have 100 and slightly over 110 barrels that we can share across the 5 of us. Sounds like a good way to do insider trading. Not complaining at all. All right, okay, jokes aside, just stay tuned. We do have one final barrel raffle. Now, before we do that, one for each on audience. That's a great idea, actually. Before we do that, we do want to welcome some new monkeys because it is the new year 2025. And how can we look at this? Should we ban Gregory? Should we kick him out of the town hall for the last 10 minutes? All right, just aside, do we have any new monkeys in the room? We want to kickstart the year by welcoming new monkeys. If you are new and you just joined us over the last couple of weeks or so, or even if you joined us before the new year started, but you have never had the chance to come up and say hi, we would love to invite you up to say hi, most importantly. And feel free to just send an invite to come up and speak. And let myself or Super Simon here know. We'll be more than happy to invite you up the stage. I'm here new, almost 2 months old, but Anunnaki, have you had the chance to come out and say hi? If not, feel free to come out. We would love to have you join us. When you are up here, just give us a quick overview, or rather an intro of yourself, how you got involved with Web3, how you got to know of MonkeDAO and what you are excited about. Tallest man or talisman, very excited to have you as well. Well, without further delay, Anunnaki, I'll let you kick off the welcome for 2025.
Hey guys, my name is Albert, and I joined MonkeDAO since Soulflare raffle, and I tried so hard, really hard, to win one of the prizes. Anyway, I got sometimes lucky, and I have now 3 monkeys, Gen 3, and I am excited about the possibility of staking them, so we can probably earn more bananas from our NFTs. And I'm trying to get a Gen 2, because I've seen really great people here in this servers in less than 2 months, and everybody is really cool here. So I enjoy being here with you guys.
All right. Thank you so much for taking time to join us today. We're very excited to have you here, and thank you for kicking off the monkey intro of 2025. Very excited to have you here, and ping us if you need any help. And we look forward to your upgrade and your unveiling of your Gen 2 monkeys as well. Welcome to the fam. All right, tallest man. Or is this tallest man or is this talisman? But please help me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also forgive me if I'm wrong. Very excited to have you here. Thank you for taking time to join us today. Oh wait, his mic has some issues, so I'm gonna send you up to speak again and let me know.
Oh yes, it's Mike everyone. Hey everyone, my name is Thales. I'm like a Thales because I am very tall. I'm from Brazil. My English is very good, but I can learn more. And that's all.
All right, talisman, very excited to have you here. Welcome to the MonkeDAO family. Most importantly, we're so excited to meet you, and great to know that you are very, very, very tall.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Do we have any more new monkeys in the room who may want to come out and say hi? Just a shout out to Limitless Tales as well, who's the winner of our Tesla. Of course, he's going to be a forever monkey now. But he did want to come out, though he's at work, so he's not going to be able to join us this time round. Maybe next week he will be here, or the following week. But he's going to be a forever monkey now, as we have already locked him in. The Tesla, the moment he accepted it, he will never ever leave. And he's going to be here for the next, well, God knows how long. Wow. Jokes aside, yeah, very excited to have you. Last call. Any monkeys who may want to join us for the very, very first monkey welcome of 2025? All right, Dev Majesty, you do want to come and say hi? New monkey, is that a new monkey? New monkey with a different tag. I wonder how much of bright money you paid us to get that color. Well, let's have you up anyway. It's all about the great vibes. Let's hear from our amazing Dev Majesty.
I'm new.
I know.
I'm excited for 2025. I'm very excited. Welcome to all the new monkeys. I've seen a ton of new Gen 3s. I actually onboarded one of my team members, and I'm super excited. I don't think he's in here though. But I love you guys. I love my monkeys.
All right, let's go. Dev Majesty is always about the great vibes. No matter what time, what
Everyone,
day.
happy birthday. Belated birthday to Dev Majesty. It's a birthday 5 days ago.
All right, is this where you send shots?
My time zone is screwed up, but yes.
All right. Happy belated birthday, Dev Majesty. Seems like we have many, many monkeys who may be born in the in the month of January. These are elite monkeys, pretty much elite monkeys. Even at the point of deciding when to come out or be out in this world, they have to be first, the first month of the year. well, happy belated birthday. All right, if there are no new monkeys, that wants to come up and say hi for this town hall, we will now transit to the barrel raffle finale. And in the meantime, I'm going to send a short little vote of whether if you want Pump It Up or you want the Squid Games song again for the closing song of Monkey Town Hall. Please vote for it and I will play the song accordingly. All right. So in the meantime, I will hand over to Moon Settler, who's going to, eventually rig the raffle anyway. All right. This is the final barrel raffle. So Moon Settler, the pressure is very, very real. All the best to everybody.
All right. So before we do get to the barrel raffle, there is one other quick raffle that I'm just gonna do here, and that is for the custom light box from Tom. We had one member who no longer here, so didn't get that. So we'll go ahead and spin for one more. This one, whoever wins this, just please open a ticket so we can get your details and get that light box over to you. And the winner of that is Juno Crypto. All right, so we'll follow up on that after. All right, so week 58, final raffle, 5 winners to be drawn here. Let's go ahead and get started. First spin of this final raffle, we have JT. First winner for that one. Let's go ahead and pick the next one. Martin, 0.0x. Congratulations. Go ahead and shuffle and pick the next one. Third winner for this final raffle is Kletian. Kletian, congratulations. Fourth up, fourth spin. For this final raffle, we got Utopia. Congratulations, Utopia, the fourth winner. And for now, the fifth and final winner for the week 58 final raffle from the allocation, we got Night Boss. All right, so winners are DJTY05, Martin, Kletian, Utopia, and Night Boss. Congratulations. Those are the final barrel raffle winners from the predetermined allocation. All right, that's it for me. Back over to you, Jenny.
All right. So this successfully concludes the final barrel raffle. In order for this, to be made possible, a proposal was raised and the author was none other than Nano. So I did want to also use this opportunity to do a quick shout out to Nano, @Nano, for the governance guy in MonkeDAO, who also, authored this proposal of the barrel to be assigned to the raffle program and initiative, which saw us through 52 weeks worth of barrel raffle across every town hall consistently. That brought a lot of fun and love to everybody. Of course, many interesting happenings of folks who won. Some names are a little bit more familiar than the other, but this was, nevertheless a very, very fun initiative. All right. So with that, we conclude the very, very first town hall of 2025 by announcing as well that all your Gen 2 monkeys are now successfully inscribed. And Gen 3 monkeys will continue to be a collection that will continue to see a lot of very, very fun and exciting experiment that will continue to come in the year 2025 ahead. All right, so with that, without further delay, we're going to send the Pump It Up vibes and we wish you an amazing weekend. And remember to spend time with your loved ones. We love you.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to